All right, Maksim Outdoorsers, we are officially back. My 12th state park in my state park series. We are here in Kooser State Park, and we're going to be doing a little hiking, a little lake adventuring, and even some herping today. Herping, you say? What is herping? Well, we're going to go out, we're going to flip over some logs, some stones, try to find any type of slithery, weird reptile, amphibian we can find. So stay tuned to this episode. It should be a good one. All right, guys, here we are. State Park number 12. You guys probably already seen in the title. This week I'm here at Kooser State Park. It just downpoured on me for a few hours. It is May 22nd, and I got a bit of a messy camp here. I'm here at Coocher for 2 nights, tonight and tomorrow. And believe it or not, this park only has like 2 hiking trails for a total of 1.5 miles. So not going to take me too long to do. It's rather small state park, but we're going to make the best of it. So state park number 12 for my state park series. And this is Coocher Campground, rather small. This is campsite 16 here, and unknown to me whenever I booked it, is the only campsite in the entire campground that has its own pavilion. So kind of lucked out with the weather and whatnot. There's a cool little trail that heads on down to Coocher Run, I believe it's called. So gonna hang out here the rest of the night, have a fire, eat some more food. So yeah, camp the rest of the night, hike tomorrow, and call this another successful state park in my state park series. So yeah, I'll see you first thing in the morning. All right, guys, good morning. Made it through the night. Got a little chilly last night. It's a balmy 45 degrees right now, May 23rd, and heading out on a rare Monday hike. Don't do those too often, but anyway, here we are at Kooser State Park, our 12th state park in the state park series. And this is Coocher Campground, obviously. So relatively small campground, I think there's only maybe 30-35 sites here. Pretty cramped and kind of wide open, but I think I probably got the nicest site here, the only one with the pavilion. Probably said that before, but anyway, we got a long day ahead of us. Gonna spend all day here in the state park, and we're gonna meander on our way down this road here and link up with one of the hiking trails here in the state park, known as the Kincora Trail. So this park only has 1.5 miles of trails, so it's not going to really take me that long, but we're going to hike around the entire lake and kind of just hang out around the park today. So see what we can see. There's the one and only bathhouse in the park, one of the nicer ones in all the state parks I've stayed at. So yeah, relatively small state park, only 250 acres, established back in 1922. And if you're kind of curious about Laurel Hill, since I was just there yesterday, this park is probably only 10-15 minutes away from Laurel Hill. So if you want to do both of these parks, it'd be relatively easy. So next stop is going to be the Kincora Trail. Yeah, so I went down to probably the high 30s last night. It was a bit cold. Wasn't really prepared for that. But honestly, if I could pick any temperature, this would be it to go out into the woods. You don't sweat. There aren't as many bugs. It's not too cold where you need gloves, but can't really beat it. As far as the campground last night, as you can hear behind me, Route 30, I believe it is, runs pretty much parallel with the campground, and it does get a bit noisy. It didn't really bother me too much last night. There isn't too much road traffic at nighttime, but around 5 or 6 in the morning, everybody's heading out for work and whatnot. It does get a bit noisy, as you can hear. So keep that in mind. If you don't like hearing road traffic, you might not be a big fan of this campground, but had to check it off my list. Never camped here before. Been to the state park probably 20 plus times. So all right, so just maybe 5-minute stroll away from the campground, you come to the dump station here, as well as the Kincora Trail on my right and the Tree Army Trail on my left. So these are the only 2 hiking trails within the park. The Kincora Trail, from what I read, is 1 mile, and the Tree Army Trail is only a half a mile. So we're gonna start our day heading up the Kincora Trail. It's pretty strenuous, and it was named after an Irish priest. What that has to do with here, I'm not sure. I don't know if he relocated to this area, but the Kincora Trail is named after Father Kincora. So 1 mile trail. Let's get going. He's done. Got another one of these little snails here, as you can see, with the shell, and then right next to him, this flower here is actually ginseng. Native Americans actually use that for medicinal medicine. I guess you can brew the leaves, make a tea out of it, possibly even eat the flower. So got some wild ginseng and some snails so far, only a minute into the trail. I have to use my phone for this one, but I stumbled upon this guy just so I can get a good zoom on it. I believe this is a northern slimy salamander, and yes, that's its real name, hiding under some of this bark here. You can see his white spots, black body. He just wants to burrow his way away from me right now. Come on, little guy. There you are. So yeah, check him out. Northern slimy salamander. Made another little friend here. This is I believe this is a northern mantle slug from what I've seen on my phone. He's kind of clinging on to this old decayed branch here. I don't know if he's munching on these mushroom here or not, but yeah, check it out. Nice little mantle slug, I think it is. We'll put him right back where he was. All right, well, today's turning into a good reptile day. We're out here herping, but anyway, ran into this little guy here. He's probably only a quarter the size compared to the slimy salamander we saw earlier. Looked it up. I believe this is a Allegheny dusky salamander. He's very tiny, as you can see, compared to my finger. He's a real little guy, but pretty cool nonetheless. So already a couple species of salamander down for the day. Well, I just flipped this one over and I found another little dusky salamander. And by the time I got my phone out, he ran a hit somewhere. So I flipped over a couple more, and here's another one of these northern slimy salamanders. Not really sure where the dusky went. It's got to be around here somewhere. But yeah, another look at one of these northern slimy salamanders here. This one's a smaller one compared to the one I saw earlier. Can honestly see why these guys that go out here and do these herping trips. Also, if you don't know what herping is, it's whenever you basically go out in the woods and you try to find reptiles, amphibians, and a big way of doing that is simply just by going out and flipping over logs and rocks. But I've been doing that today, and I can see the thrill of it, because every rock you flip over, every log you flip over, you never know what you're gonna get. You can find a little cute salamander the size of your pinky, or you might flip it over and find a den of rattlesnakes. You never know. So it's definitely adrenaline rush every time you flip one. Well, he's no reptile, but made another little friend on the trail here. Almost looks like he has some nubs. Yeah, definitely. Little buck here. Up on the hillside. Check that out. He doesn't care at all that I'm right here. So eventually these male white-tailed deer here, the bucks, will grow in their antlers here in a couple months and get ready for the rut. But he could care less than I'm right here right now. All right, well, I just stumbled upon this boulder here covered in these Canadian mayflowers. I've passed a lot of these today, but figured I'd stop and film a little just because there's so many of these. So it gets its name, Canada mayflower, simply because its range is typically in Canada, all the way up to Alaska. Grows in the Canadian Rockies, the Yukon, Alberta, you name it. So seeing it in Pennsylvania, I don't know if it's rare per se, but it's definitely in its southern range. Although it will grow down in the Appalachian Mountains in like Georgia, North Carolina. So pretty cool to see it here though. So this is Canadian Mayflower. Well, before we leave the Kincora trail, I wanted to point out these wildflowers that are pretty much growing all around this little creek. These are marsh blue violets. Pretty common. They grow pretty much throughout the entire eastern half of the country, but as you can see, they really like to be near water. This whole bridge area is covered in them. So yeah, got some marsh blue violets hanging out at the creek. Alrighty, well, we officially made it to the end of the Kincora trail. It was a lot of fun. It took me quite a while. I took my good old time. Saw probably 9 different salamanders on this trail. No snakes though. I was really hoping I'd find at least one garter or ribbon snake, but no luck with that. Probably saw 4 different species of salamander. 2 of the different ones ended up getting away. I didn't get a shot of them, but they're definitely different. So the next stop, we're gonna head on down to Cooser Lake and check out the dam, as well as some CCC structures along the way before wrapping the day up and heading back to the campground. So let's go check out Cooser Lake. All right, everybody, thanks for tuning in once again to Maksim Outdoors. This is our 12th state park checked off the big list. So 12 down, a lot more to go. So make sure you hit that subscribe button if you aren't already. Like the video, that helps me out a lot. Leave me a comment, tell me your favorite PA state park or your favorite state park, period. And check me out on Instagram and Facebook at Maksim Outdoors. And yeah, Maksim Outdoors, signing out.